want to show you how to tie this little stonefly. This is a Ken Morrish pattern called the Iron Sally. For the tails, we just use some goose biots. You can use gold or yellow. The body's a combination of wire and some black crystal flash. It's got this cool leg set up, similar to his Anatomy series. Turkey tail for the wing cases, and then just some awesome possum golden stone dubbing for the thorax. I'm going to use a 52-62. Tie these in 14s and 16s most of the time. I've got a 3/32 gold bead on the front, and I'm going to use this light Cahill 8/0 uni thread. Let's go ahead and get this started on the hook. Whenever you're building a wire body fly, it's pretty important that you're conscious of the underbody, how smooth it is. You don't want to make it real lumpy. If you keep everything smooth, the fly's going to come out a lot nicer. So pick up 2 biots here. You can tie them in one at a time, or you can tie them in both at the same time. You just want the curve of the biots facing away from each other, just like that. Set these up on the hook to the length you want. Make a couple of wraps. Make sure they're sitting how you want them. And then don't trim off those waist ends. We're going to wind those forward in an attempt, like I said, to just build up that smooth underbody. Keep everything sort of uniform. When I get up here into the thorax area, you can trim out what little bit there is left. And then we will take some brassy size gold wire. Well, my thread's up here in the thorax, that's where we're going to tie it in. Wind back to where my biots are. Come forward one more time and tie in some black crystal flash. You can grab 8 to 10 strands of this stuff. Tie it in up here. Keep it on top of the hook. Wind back. Now I've got a pretty smooth underbody going there. Everything's pretty uniform. Bring my thread forward one more time and leave it hanging in the thorax area. Well, this body, the way we build it is we wrap it just like we would a copper john in nice touching turns with the wire. But we'll do 4 turns. And on that 5th turn, what we're going to do is bring our black crystal flash forward and make 1 turn over top of it. And then pull it back out of the way and continue building our abdomen. So every 4 wraps, that's what we're going to do. And that's how you build the whole fly, this whole abdomen part of the fly. A couple more wraps. Then what I do is I take 1 piece of this black crystal flash and pull it along the far side of the hook, and I take 1 and pull it along this side of the hook, and I sort of start that leg set up. This crystal flash, I like to leave it long when I'm tying that part of the fly, but if it gets in your way, gets to be too annoying, you could always trim it to be a little bit shorter. Once I get the leg on each side, sort of wind back a little bit. This is where I'm going to mount in my piece of turkey tail for the wing case. So I go ahead and tie that in right on top of the hook. Trim out this little piece of waste. Get some of this awesome possum dubbing. And then I just want to make sure, once I start dubbing, turn the fly over and check. I don't want to have any gaps in my body where the abdomen and the thorax start or anything like that. Do a little bit of dubbing here. I'm going to pull this off. Put my thread forward. I'm going to take 1 leg on this side now. Tie it back. 1 on this side. Now I just need to leave 2 remaining legs so I can get rid of the rest of this. Just clip that out. Now on this spot, what I want to do is, the fly has a folded wing case. So just fold it, tie it down, make sure it stays on top of the hook. Put another wrap over top of it, and I'll get some more dubbing. One of the things I do a little different than the original pattern is the original pattern also has biot for the antenna, you know, sticking out the front of the fly. I leave those off, and I haven't found the fly, you know, any less effective. And it's one less thing to do. I think these legs are pretty cool little triggers for the fish. They have a little bit of shine to them, a little bit of movement, and I just found that leaving those buyouts off the front is just one less thing up here in the head of this fly. So then I've got, you can see I've filled in the remainder of our thorax with some dubbing. I pull this part of the wing case back, make a wrap over it, then you leave it sticking up, trim it right there, grab just a tad more dubbing to finish this guy off. And then I just pull those legs back, get them out of the way, and that's where I'm going to whip finish, right behind the bead. There you go, we're done. Now in terms of trimming these legs, you can sweep them up and trim them all at once. But I like to leave them out there for a little bit of movement. You can trim them all at once and then go back in and trim them however you like, whatever looks good to you. But there you go, that's the Iron Sally two-tone little stonefly that's been pretty effective for me. So tie a few of them up, give them a try.